This is the Hidden Killers podcast with Tony Brueski,
featuring retired FBI Special Agent Jennifer Coffindaffer.
Rex Heuermann recently appearing in court for a routine hearing, but most of the attention on that was the fact that his wife, Asa Ellerup, in the courtroom for the first time after meeting with him earlier in the week. Lots of speculation there as to she's standing by her man. What's going on here? There was a divorce that was filed for, but still not settled. She's saying that she wants to be in that courtroom, seeing that evidence for herself before she makes a decision. Joining me to discuss, Jennifer Coffindaffer, retired FBI special agent. It's your husband of many years, but these are pretty horrible accusations and some things really already undeniable, like the child porn on the computers, the couple hundred guns in the basement. Maybe there's something weird going on with your husband. Maybe you don't want to stay with him. What do you make of this? Is she standing by her man, or is this someone who's dealing with trauma and grief in their own way?
Well, I suppose we can never judge how different people are going to respond to something like this, which would be actually horrible. And it's very hard to relate to, Tony. But my whole thing is typically individuals from the beginning take a stance. Mm-hmm. In other words, if they're going to support their lover, their husband, their spouse, their sister, their brother, from the very beginning, that is the position. And then it can wane. Then they can have a change of heart once they see the, situation. And some, of course, will always stand by their child or their loved one out of principle, if nothing else.
Sure.
So what I found odd in this situation was it went the opposite. She turned her back on him. She didn't go to his proceedings. She filed for divorce within days. She was fussing about the guns. She had nothing positive to say in terms of, making a decision after she looked through everything. There was nothing like that. And now we're seeing this, and there's a lot going on, right? There's possible docu-series deals. There's money that could be in the balance just with the house, if nothing else.
Yeah.
There's also the possibility we have to consider that, no, she's just had a change of heart because she was with him so long. I'm not going for the altruistic point of view. This is just my thought. I don't think she seems altruistic. I think it's about what will best benefit her. Mm-hmm. And I think that has changed her actions, not her attitude necessarily, but her actions.
Yeah, I mean, it's been very interesting the whole time watching her behaviors, seeming lack of empathy for the things that or the people in the family, the lives that have allegedly been affected, destroyed by her husband, which I think a lot of us found to be rather bizarre, just the coldness of it, the complaining against law enforcement, threatening to sue law enforcement for searching their home in the way that they did. Very self-centered no matter what. But again, it's hard to say what one would be acting like when going through a situation like that. What's your take on this documentary crew that is now following her around? Not remotely surprised that, people have been trying to contact her to start following her and documenting this, but what do you make of the optics of that?
Well, it looks terrible, but it's to be expected. There is so much money to be made on these docuseries. True crime is what really is at the heart of a lot of people's interest right now. So I'm not at all surprised.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm curious to see what angle this is going to be taking. I'm guessing more so the reactionary angle. And I'm wondering if the documentary angle of this is also what may have inspired her to set foot in the courtroom as well.
Oh, I think definitely that is a possibility because, Tony, they need material. And her sitting in her house is not giving them material. Her interacting with him, what happened in that meeting that she can talk about, her reasons for going to the court, her being aware of really what's going on is crucial. And I think they've told her that. Listen, we're going to want you to do this and that and be engaged. And I think she said, okay, I can do that.
Yeah, I would agree. We, the other week, had been speculating about Rodney Harrison, the Suffolk County Police Commissioner, who has led the investigation into this and has been the one who helped to get Rex Heuermann arrested. He now stepping down rather abruptly, but we've learned that Steve Bellone, who's a Democrat, the incumbent county executive, is not running for, again, and because of term limits, basically. And the excuse that we hear is that it influenced Harrison's decision to step down, saying that the new county executive wants them to have the freedom to start fresh with a new commissioner. It seems legit. What are your thoughts on that? I don't know, just being in that position, having led this so far, and then just going to go down over politics. I'm not in the world of county executives and how they move in and out, or how police commissioners move in and out, but is this just a normal par for the course for someone in that position?
Well, it seems to me like there would have been discussions with the people leaving and the people coming in, and what that picture was going to look like for him. Mm-hmm. And I'm thinking he didn't like what the picture was going to look like. And they were at least probably transparent with him. And so he said, okay, I'm going to move on.
Yeah.
And so that's, I think, how typically it works in the Bureau. When we would have these huge changes, like a brand new SAC or a brand new director or anything like that, it really affects in terms of decision making for people involved at the various levels, because it's such a huge impact.
Mm-hmm. What, if any, impact do you think this change will have on this investigation? I guess only time will truly tell on that, until we know exactly who's going into this position. But what's your feeling?
Yes, it's going to be impactful, because now not only your leader is changing, your boss is changing. And I understand they were one and the same, but bosses have a lot of control over, the administration and what your hours are going to be and how you're going to check in and things like that. But your leader is the direction at which you're going to investigate your case. And that's what those investigators care about. They were handpicked. They were hand put together, and I believe it is going to have a big impact on this task force.
Want to listen ad-free? Want advanced access to all of our interviews before anyone else?
Become a True Crime Today Premium Plus subscriber on Apple Podcasts.
You get every episode commercial-free,
so you can binge on true crime
until you can binge no more.
Search True Crime Today Premium Plus on Apple Podcasts now, or go to our podcast page and sign up now.
More of the Hidden Killers podcast next.